Have you considered that you can receive your manifestation right now, right here, as you are? This is a massive habit for so many people that holds away what you want, even though you can have it right now. And in fact, you do have it right now, but you have to accept it. You have to take it, allow it in. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you resonate with this message, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and tap that bell icon. If you would like to work together, that information is in the description box below for you, as well as the link to my meditation channel. This is something that so many of us do, and we don't realize it. I know I have done this so many times, countless times in the past. And it's so tricky. Like, we don't often pick up on it. But the truth is, you can have what you want now. You can have what you want now. So, for example, I'm going to take money. I'm going to use abundance. I'm going to use money as an example. So, the abundance that you want is already here because everything's here now. And what's so important to remember is that everything exists within you. Therefore, literally, you have everything you want within you. You already have it. We make up all kinds of stories or excuses why we can't have that thing yet, or why we're not enough yet, or why we still need to change, we still need to fix these things. And then I know I can manifest the money. Do you hear that? Yes, okay, I know I can manifest abundance. I can manifest a life that I love. But I have to heal all my traumas first. Or I have to discover all my limiting beliefs and delete them first. Or I have to be like this and I want to start that business, but I don't feel confident enough. Like, I know I need to be more confident, right, in order to start doing that. It's just like all these little stories and excuses that we use to actually not move forward, and that we use to just not allow it to come to us right here and now. Now, you may be saying, okay, but Juliet, don't you say that you want to be the person who has it. You want to shift into a reality, or shift timelines, shift identities to the version of you, the timeline where it's all done and you have it. Yes. Don't you say I need to shift my state of being, my frequency? Yes. But only because that's more of who you actually are. It's not like you need to be someone you're not. When you're focused on quantum jumping and becoming the person, or not becoming, being the person that has all of these things, that identity, that person. You're not doing that because you need to be someone you're not. You're already being someone that you're not right now. This version of you that second guesses themselves all the time, who has, always doubting themselves or criticizing themselves, putting themselves down, not loving themselves enough, that's not you, right? It's not like you're being or becoming a different person because you're not good enough. The person, the identity who doesn't feel good enough, that's not you. You're becoming who you actually are. You're being more of who you really are. And dropping the old stories, you gotta drop them. Like you not accepting abundance. Is that who you really are? No. I mean, in your gut, you can feel what's really you. And what just feels a little bit off, even if it does feel like the known, and it does feel familiar, and it does feel kind of comfortable. The comfort zone of the old identity of who you have been. It feels familiar, but you can still feel that it feels off. It's out of alignment. And guess what? When you decide to drop the BS stories, the BS reasons that your ego, your current identity, and those belief systems associated with that current identity have created and you keep choosing to reinforce. When you drop those, there's only you, the real you. When you actually decide to love and accept yourself now as you are, and realize that you're good enough and you're perfectly perfect right here, right now, to have the money, the relationship, the health, whatever. You're perfectly perfect. You instantly become that person, right? The person that you've been wanting to shift into being the person, the version of you who has that reality. It's staying in the old pattern, in the old habit of like, I'm still not good enough yet. Okay, what more do I have to do? What more do I have to transform? What more do I have to fix? Okay, I'm going to use business as an example. I can't actually start that dream business, my dream career. I can't do it because like I'm a bit overweight right now and I think that I need to kind of lose some weight. I'm also like really insecure and I'm a total introvert, so I've got to kind of fix that before I go ahead. And you're not allowing yourself to actually step into the role and receive everything that you've been saying that you want. You're saying, I still got to do this, still got to change that, as opposed to being the person who knows they're already perfectly perfect as they are right here and now to receive it. You're a different person as soon as you do that. That's who you actually are. You know you choose, and you know that you are more than enough, that you are enough right now to have the abundance or to have the health, right? You accept it. You accept it. So again, I want to clear it up that when you're wanting to be this person that has everything you want and you're wanting to shift to that timeline, so you're wanting to be in that energy, in that state of being, that's because it's who you really are. That's what you want. So do it, be it, choose it. But it's not a thing of like, well, I'm not enough yet and I still have to do all these things to be this person. No, you can be this person now by realizing you're enough. You can be that person just in your state of being, or in your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, actions. You can show up as that person because it's more of who you are. You're not the lack, you're not the doubt, you're not the separation, you're not this other version of you that maybe you have been practicing being for years. And that's what's so off about so many things in your life, or that have been off in your life, is because you weren't being you. You got to realize you can do it now. You got to realize you can have it now. Like, realize, instead of being like, I still got to try and be like the abundant person. Like, notice the difference between that and, wait, the abundant version of me, the abundant person, knows that they're perfectly perfect, knows that they're enough. They just allow themselves to receive. They're not trying to do anything. They're just being themselves. They're doing what they love and they're doing what feels good to them and they're just following their passion. The abundant me, which is the real me, right? Abundant in all areas of life. The abundant me is grateful, is happy, is playful, right? So what am I doing right now? I'm just focused on excuses that are just basically keeping me in the same identity. Just keeping me in the same identity because it feels normal and safe. And I think I'm doing the work. I think I'm transforming and changing my identity. I think I'm, manifesting. I'm doing this work. When really I'm just telling the same stories to keep me in the same patterns, to keep me in the same identity and the same reality, as opposed to realizing I can just be the person. I can just allow the stuff now. I can just have it now. I'm worthy now. I'm enough now. I don't have to be perfect. Do you know how many people I've come across who are like even super wealthy, who are like depressed, or they struggle with anxiety, or they have self-doubt still. And you think, oh no, in order to be a really abundant, successful person, I have to have everything figured out, right? And so it's realizing I don't have to be perfectly perfect. Like, love and accept yourself now and allow yourself to have it and just be more of you, right? Of course you want to let go of some of the self-doubt, if not all of it, because it's not you. It's not true to who you are. But it's realizing you don't have to be perfect in all ways to get what you want. Like, you just don't. And that's a belief. This is easy. This is easy. You may have a belief that it's hard, but it's easy. And it's easy to change. It's easy to shift. But again, you may have a belief that it's hard to shift and it takes a lot. Again, excuses, stories that reaffirm who we are, so we stay in the same box. Thinking about people who have, for example, the abundance or whatever it is that you want, we often put them on a pedestal, like they're so much different, like they're so much better. And it's just not true. You just haven't allowed it for yourself yet. You haven't accepted it as yours, or you haven't really accepted that you can have it. I've had clients who will, talk to me because they want to be coaches, they want to start their own business, follow their passion. And it's so funny how they assume that I started on YouTube, I started my business with absolute confidence. No, oh my God, I was terrified. I'm the biggest introvert. Or I was more introverted then than I am now, but it was terrifying. I don't even have social media for my personal life. So for me to put myself out there was terrifying, but I did it because it's who I am. And I will say that I held off for so long, telling myself I had to do all these things and change all these things and believe more and all of this stuff, focused on, how I was too young, I was too young, who would listen to me, I haven't done enough, or I need to, because I wanted to teach initially about, changing your body and things like that, talking to your body. I didn't feel like my body was absolutely perfect or absolutely completely healed. And so I kept using that as an excuse, wait, I have to wait until that's figured out. And literally, for me to start living my dream career was me just starting and putting aside those stories and accepting what I wanted. So identify those BS stories and excuses and reasons why you can't have it, but they can, why you can't do it yet. It's not time. I'm not good enough. Recognize those stories and see that they are lies and decide to move forward. Make a new choice and you are a new person and you shift instantly in the moment. And you're perfectly perfect right now. And like I said, if you actually were to decide that you're enough, you accept yourself, you love yourself, you know that you're worthy of what you want, and you actually decide that you can have it now, you're a completely different person. You have shifted identities, you're more of yourself, you're actually being yourself. And you've let go of who you're actually not at all. And you shift realities and you will now see the evidence in your outer world because that's the reflection. And because you've changed, you will see a change in the mirror, which is your physical reality. This is all an illusion. You have to remember there's nothing here except consciousness. Everything is just consciousness. And in your world, in your reality, everything is just your consciousness. You are not limited and you are more than enough and you can allow it in now. It is yours. It's literally yours. Even when you see people having something that you want, that's an example that it's yours because they're still a reflection and it's showing you what is yours because everything is you and everything exists because there's no outside reality. There's nothing outside of you and everything's existing within you right now. Everything's happening within your consciousness right now. Everything is consciousness. So everything's within you. All your desires, all these timelines, all these other realities, versions of you, they're all within you. So you literally have it all, but you must accept that. You must realize that. This is your invitation to realize and accept that you're ready now. That you can have it now. You don't have to keep striving or struggling or transforming or proving yourself. Let it in. You immediately will shift identity. You immediately will shift state of being, frequency. Let it in. Accept. Accept it's yours. Accept who you are as God. You're worthy now. You're good enough now. You're perfectly perfect to receive what you want. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. If you'd like to work together, that information is in the description box below for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.